time against Norway earlier. So's effort right at Martinez.
I think Switzerland can find a lot of joy behind Paredes, in front of Romero and Lisandro Martinez, and attacking Molina's side with Ndoye.
Martinez's ball forward was perfectly placed for Alvarez and his speed, but Alvarez had a head start and he is flagged for offside. Certainly now with Argentina in front, he can be a real menace with his pace behind those in red.
His work rate, and then when he tires out, you have Lautaro Martinez to come in. This Argentinian squad is not lacking of quality.
Korea waited for So, who was met very crisply indeed by Lisandro Martinez. There's a litany of Argentinian stars here tonight. Javier Pastore amongst them. Maxi Rodriguez there as well.
Zanetti, legend of Inter Milan and Argentina.
Well, they've had a little more of the ball so far, Switzerland. The scoreline clearly isn't the one that they would want, but how would you assess their first quarter of this game, Brad?
Well, I think they started in the first 10 minutes up until Argentina scored very well. I think they were the ones pressing, they were the ones with the ball. It's just that when Lionel Messi gets the ball, he creates magic. He's had the ball a couple of times and he created 2 chances, then 2 corner kicks. One was nearly perfect, the other was perfect.
Fourth time for Switzerland in a World Cup quarter-final, but not since 1954 have they been at this stage of the tournament. Feet by Martinez. So not 1 but 2 there, including Gibraltar.
Not bad for a centre-back.
That is our moment to pause and to regenerate of what has been a really quite fascinating start to this final quarter-final in Kansas City, and Argentina leading Switzerland by 1-0.
I'll wash in dilemmas and deficiencies. Let me find my footing. I'll wash in dilemmas and deficiencies. Let me find my footing. And I will attend to your request.
given what happened against Egypt, this will feel a much more cosy position for Argentina right now.
Yeah, but also a dangerous position. Switzerland, very good side. They're going to be able to create chances.
Been in use now, this stadium, for more than half a century, and was built actually at the same time as the baseball stadium, which sits next door, home to the Kansas City Royals. Spent about $375 million on a huge renovation in 2010. And they know all about cathedrals of football, don't they? So Switzerland behind, having only lost once since the start of 2025. That was a friendly to Germany. One defeat in their last 19 games. They are one of the form teams coming into this.
Absolutely, and that's really the last game where they were probably second best in the game. Most every other game they've had more of the ball, more attempts, very good results. So again, if they can get an equalizer, get some confidence going in this game, they could cause Argentina problems.
Ricardo Rodriguez, who has started now 32 major tournament games in a row for Switzerland, goes all the way back to 2014. Astonishing longevity to that. It's the captain jacket. Freuler. Zakaria. Shout from one Martinez to another was very audible. Away it goes by Alessandro.
So just let that run, thinking that Embolo was right behind him. Well read by Argentinian defense.
Already. Kanji. Rodriguez. And Doy runs away from Paredes, but then picks up again, and Alvarez has it, and Argentina have a free kick. Doesn't look like Granit Xhaka is going to receive a yellow card, but he will be slightly nervous of the repercussions of that challenge on Rodrigo de Paul, because one yellow card would rule him out of a potential semi-final.
Yes, he knew exactly what he was doing. He just mistimed the challenge. There wasn't any intent to injure De Paul. Just saw a little run by Ndoye going inside that time. Molina has to keep an eye, and Romero's going to need the cover at times.
Already. Something on it now without Alvarez close to him, and be a bit more assured with his touch to Zakaria. Felt the pressure of Alvarez scampering around out there, the Argentina number 9. Molina, who is quite introverted as a character, but a hard-working member of this Argentina team, was there right back at the last World Cup as well in 2022. now seeing more than their fair portion of the ball here, Switzerland. Norway had to reach to get there, the chest of so. He slipped in by Reader, and Bolo was on his bike ready to go. Alvarez, watched by Freuler. Back it goes to Paredes for Argentina to restart things again. About that for a touch by Messi. Just given Molina the room, and he will continue his bombarding run as well. McAllister taken back by Switzerland. Rodriguez asking too much of Ndoye, but Ndoye has gone away from De Paul here. Forward towards Mbolo. Martinez comes out. Over went Mbolo, but the Portuguese official was in a very good place to say no free kick, but Ndoye takes it back, but illegally, and now it is an Argentina free kick.
Well, at first glance, this looks like a wonderful save. He knows he's going to collide. See Mbolo making that run, splitting the defenders. It's a mistake initially by Alessandro Martinez. Misses the ball, and this is really brave goalkeeping by Emi Martinez. You know you're going to take one on the shins or the foot, or the leg, or in the head, but you got to go down. Switzerland are showing signs.
Martinez of Aston Villa, but there is plenty of speculation bubbling away about his future and a possible move to the Italian side, Juventus. Manuel Akanji, who turns 31 on the day of the World Cup final, which is now just 8 days away. Nico Alvedi. Xhaka. So. Zakaria. So again, who has found an eye for goal this season with his club side Sevilla in Spain. Still waiting for his first ever Swiss international goal. Xhaka right at the base of that Switzerland midfield. That is where you will find him almost always. Ndoye back to the tempo setter, Xhaka. Lifted forward looking for Ndoye again, and the intervention needed from Molina.
Yeah, it's on this left-hand side for Switzerland again. Ndoye, even Lionel Messi was coming back that time to defend. Perhaps Murat Yakin's thinking the inclusion of Vargas in the second half, if it stays 1-0. He's got similar pace to that of Ndoye.
Fabian Rieder then to try and initiate the Swiss response. And now Rieder's won the free kick. Alvarez perhaps not wholly comfortable trying to do defensive duties like that.
Well, I think the shot was louder than the foul, but the referee did get it correct. And again, in a dangerous area.
Freuler alongside Fabian Rieder there. Very big player for Bologna this season, Freuler. 9 years now as part of the Switzerland national team. Freuler leaves it. Rieder spins it in, and Martinez's punch had some purpose on it. Leandro Paredes, who was penalised for doing what Leandro Paredes loves to do.
And it was a foul, kicked him right from behind onto his Achilles.
It was his tackle actually right at the end of that Egypt game with the scoreline at 2-2 that ultimately instigated the Argentina win, because 1 minute and 34 seconds later they did go and win the game through Enzo Fernandez. He broke up certainly a 2-on-1, maybe even a 3-on-1 situation with that Egypt attack. Rieder's cross floats behind. Could become only the second coach in history, Lionel Scaloni, to win the FIFA Men's World Cup in consecutive tournaments. The only person in that very exclusive club right now is the Italian Vittorio Pozzo, whose record has stood almost 100 years, having won it twice with Italy in 1934 and again in 1938. We have been around Kansas City for the past few days, and you cannot turn a street corner without seeing the light blue and white of Argentina.
And not many Switzerland shirts I've seen. A lot of the blue and white, that's for sure.
I don't think I've seen a single shirt without the number 10 on the back either. Freuler. Zakaria. Freuler. Xhaka's looking for that ball towards Ndoye again. It was too high for him that time.
Right thinking, wrong execution. You want to get the ball to Ndoye's feet as much as possible. He's the one who's been causing Argentina any problems for Switzerland.
Had an attempt on goal for either team for the past 18 minutes now. Switzerland continuing to probe, though. Algeria in the round of 32, Colombia in the round of 16. We lost their previous 7 knockout matches. First time that Switzerland have ever won successive knockout games at the World Cup. Zakaria trying to burst his way through and has run into Tagliafico and run into trouble with the Portuguese official because of it.
And when you have a player facing his own goal, there's no need to foul behind. You can put the pressure on without pushing. The moment you do push out your arm or put any pressure on the defender, they fall over. I say 9 times out of 10 the referees call a foul.
The sway of red on the match momentum in the 40 minutes so far tonight in Kansas City.
And one thing to note, the referee is starting to become a bit annoyed at time wasting Argentina's throw-ins. He was giving Emi Martinez an earful moments ago.
Bolo and Martinez together, and the decision has gone the way of the Swiss forward. Hasn't had his big chance in front of goal tonight, bar that opportunity that was snuffed out by Emi Martinez. But you know that he may very well take it when it comes along.
Absolutely right. The link-up play with Ndoye, and I'm sure Murat Yakin will hope that so on the right-hand side, and Reeder will also help him.
That's Mbolo giving the ball away. And this is Messi. Alvarez couldn't reach it, and back it goes just from Makanji to goalkeeper Korbel.
It was a loose touch by Mbolo, but he did the next best thing. He tracked all the way back to the top of his box to help with the defending. You don't see every striker doing that.
Xhaka, who was talking this week about it being a different Switzerland in 2026 with a different mentality. Freuler, Rodriguez, part of the old brigades. Rash challenge by Paredes outside the penalty area.
Yeah, just absolutely not needed. And this is in the most dangerous position of any free kick that Switzerland's had. Best option would have been to stay on his feet.
There is Patrick Mahomes, one of the faces of NFL, and certainly around here. So is there about to be a moment for the door to open for Switzerland just before half-time?
Much more difficult for goalkeepers to deal with in-swinging service from this sort of position. Very difficult to come out and get the ball.
That's Freuler sent it, but he's put too much power on it.
That is a missed opportunity. This is in a wonderful position for Switzerland. Difficult for defenders and goalkeepers. Just gets under the ball too much.
His assist tonight, Argentina's lead. And actually, strangely enough, it's a second assist of the World Cup for Lionel Messi, but prior to that, no Argentina player had gone beyond a single assist at this tournament. Paredes sent to ground by Mbolo, who is not too happy perhaps with the perceived theatrics of the Argentinian. We shall see how much contact there was. It is a booking.
Well, Paredes dishes out as much as he can take.
So the first yellow card of the evening goes to Brel Mbolo of Switzerland.
And it is, he did catch him. It was the follow-through. That could be a little payback for a couple of knocks that he's probably received from Paredes.
Paredes payback, I'm sure that is a line that's been talked about in the dressing rooms of various teams before. Argentina will feel that is a bit of a waste, and we are 30 seconds away from finding out how long is to be added on at the end of this first half, and it is still that slender Argentina lead provided by Alexis McAllister. Bolo is fighting for all he's worth.
He's wanting the yellow card. He's getting annoyed at the holding. They're wrapping two arms around Embolo almost every time he's getting the ball. Here you see Lisandro Martinez holding on to his arm.
So he moved that quickly, and Ndoye was offside because of that. And 4 additional minutes at the end of the 45.
I like the forward run. I like the thought on it. Just missed time pass, drifted offside by a yard.
First time at this stadium tonight for Switzerland. They've had the fortune of being actually in the same city for the past 3 games, which have all been in Vancouver. LA and San Fran before that, so the Swiss have solely been on the west coast of the United States and Canada. The training camp in San Diego as well, so a very different climate tonight. Just enough on it to locate Zakaria. He is penalised.
Well, I'm not sure what that was for. Maybe he thought he threw his shoulder in, but the referee has been very good so far in this first half. If that's the only thing he gets wrong in the game, then I think people would forgive him for that.
Leandro Paredes, who is back at Boca Juniors now for his second spell, but he's been with PSG and Roma and Juventus on his mightily impressive footballing journey. Gets it back again from that free kick. And now so has caught Tagliafico, so Argentina will have another set piece, and it's just edged them a little closer to danger from a Swiss perspective.
Yeah, this was a little bit unlucky. He had his eyes on the ball. Tagliafico did a very smart thing and got his foot in between the ball and player.
Many of the Argentinian fans around us here are on their feet, waving the blue and white scarves as Messi and Argentina go in search of another goal before half-time. This is De Paul, Molina, Christian Romero. Paredes just assessing the scene. Romero turned round the corner for Molina and tried to flick it on towards De Paul. Kanji clears for Switzerland, and back by Martinez via the aerial route. Good win by Ndoye. That was really brave because he would have sensed the hit was coming. And it came with some force too.
Well, Ndoye wins the ball. It's very late by Molina. That was hurt because right after you head the ball, your body relaxes just a little bit, and that's when the hit came.
Difference maker so far, Alexis McAllister. And Argentina very close to having a half-time lead, courtesy of him. And indeed they do. First goal of this World Cup for Alexis McAllister, but yet another goal involvement for Lionel Messi from the corner to deliver it perfectly onto the head. Certainly not the tallest on the pitch, Alexis McAllister, but he made his presence felt when it mattered. Switzerland with plenty of possession, but not necessarily the penetration to breach Argentina. And at half-time in Kansas City, it is Argentina 1, Switzerland 0.
Not literally, figure of speech. That's what I'm saying. Touch is the word. Whoa. You gonna grab his head? No, I'm saying. No, I'm saying. He's a word. I'm calling that time out. I don't even fuck with that. 12 minutes left of the fucking game, nigga. You hear this? Alright? Watch out for that. Somebody for him. Okay, what's that? Wait, he was the yin. Can't just look there and let me drown. What are you come in? Hold on, Jay. Come on. He's like, leave me. You want me to leave? Stop. Yo, nigga still got my glee in the bag. I'm not playing with nobody if I lose. Huh? My glee, I'm not playing. What the fuck? Nigga, it's not no game. Maybe, I give me one time. What about basket? This nigga got the 6 coolest points, bro. How you got 6 points? I thought he had 15 points. The way he went to the line, this got 6. I said, wow, bro. I need some energy. I'm gonna go pee. Yo, I'm done passing the ball. I'm done passing the ball. I'm not passing the ball. We're gonna get full court. Wait, no, I want to get in him. In him, come here. I'm from New York, gang. I'm gonna get in him. Come here. Yo, fuck that. Yo. I gotta act better. If the ball's going this way, and try to trick you, you go the other way and trick me. So you have to respect both our bodies, gang. What the fuck up? Team Ray, team on 3, Ray's on 6. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. I ain't gonna lie, fuck this shit. We got no hope, man. We got no hope. Yeah, I don't say at this point, Josh. Do best. Yo, do best. Do best on 3, nigga. 1, 2, 3. Do best. That's what's coming like. I ain't gonna lie, I'm really like head. Yo, Ben took so much that he what? What? It was the count there. That's excuse me. It was. Nah, y'all still good. Like about that one move. I don't know what that was. I ain't gonna lie. That was some. I ain't gonna lie. Silky in the op room. Let me find out. Oh my god. Oh my god. This my. Huh? I wanna go back. Here we go. We could go. Can we go to the other locker room? Yeah, come on. You know what? I'm on your back face shit. I'm on your body. Oh! I think it's dirt. What's up with y'all niggas, bro? Why y'all keep letting these niggas in here? I just want to say, yo, good luck, bro. Alright. Good luck, bro. Get your bum ass out, bro. The fact that they let him shoot and make shit is getting me mad. I heard you can't shoot at all. I can't, but I'm just saying. No, here's the thing. Oh, what you gonna do? I said, oh yeah, give me the rock. I'm gonna take this to the promised land. I'm gonna take it to the promised land. It says on the floor. That's supposed to be on the floor? You got 6 foul calls. Yeah, bro. You got the most so far. You got to be on the floor. You got 6 foul calls. You shut that behind the backboard. Come on, behind the backboard is the movie. Bro, you threw that bitch. Nigga, I'm gonna guard you. I'm gonna guard you, nigga. Lloyd, nigga, score, nigga. Wow. Hey, thank you. All I see you doing is dunks. Oh, it's just what, like this? I'm not laughing, ain't it? Dude, that's lucky shit, gang. I'm telling you that, bro. That's all lucky shit. Done. I see what you're doing, bro. You're not having no ball. I'm seeing it, yo. Smoke now. Watch the big camera. What a big camera, right? shit. Like,
Don't even shoot it, bro. Just pass it, bro. Like, you're the type of guy.
no, Bray. You have to reach.
Bray,
I want you game. Get shoes.
I'm I feel like I'm trying to pass it in the rock.
No, get
down the wall.
We don't pass what? The rock is ours. Like, hold.
But guess what? We are 18.
He's one. We the breakfast with them. The coaches with them. Yo, the whole. I didn't bet on it. I bet on players, individual player stats. Like
Rakai,
you put player ball.
niggas said Rakai gave a jersey to Dez.
If you do that right now, I promise you, I'm gonna show the whole world why me and Dolly would be the best backcourt in the whole world. I'm not playing around. Don't pass me.
Mine is 6'2", like hope he's scoring.
You feel me? 50,000 times, nigga. What did you do that? He loses this game. It's coming out the backpack. I'm not playing with the backpack.
He's going business, bro. So what we gonna do? Everyone pitch in. You gonna sign him behind it? You gonna risk the game? Fuck him, bro. Fuck him, bro.
I gave you a I got something to prove, man. I don't even have a name on this shit, bro. I got something to prove. Okay, you already glitched. Hold on. You had me, funny Mike. The whole crowd went crazy. Until Honey point, I don't hear nothing. They don't know me, gang. I got something to prove. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Nah, rush it, because in order to score, you gotta shoot. Thank you, bro. Everyone's like, oh, you're fucking lying, bro. You too. That's how you just shoot. You gotta shoot. Bro, he shoot back on the back over, bro. Like, but listen, shut up, bro. If he don't shoot, he can't shoot.
Everybody wants to
I like that stuff. Like, I like how you confident. You not panicking or nervous. You take your time and shoot. Right? That's the thing I am. And your defense.
business and out of business. You got one bucket, shut the fuck up, nigga. Shut up. You got one bucket. And you barely made it. You was looking at it, bro. You was looking at it like this. You was looking like this. You missed 4 free throws, you dumbass nigga. You're right. I ain't gonna lie. I did bad. You supposed to have buckets right now. If you want to miss all your free throws.
Why are you talking so much? But you haven't scored yet, bro. You're on the bench.
I'm on the bench too. Dick Rider, what you score?
The whole game, bro.
Hey, let's stop. What did you score? You watch your man come up the court and you ain't say shit. Do something. Shut up. With my gun. With my gun. With my gun. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Look at me, bro. Look at me, bro.
It's not you.
Hey, we gotta go.
On the court.
Everybody, can you guys calm down?
Somebody get who got this nigga in here? Get this little nigga out of here.
I just want to get you guys into motivation. All right. Win, lose, or draw, at least you guys came and showed out, you know? Alright? You know, I just want you.
Yo, listen, you chat. Shut your ass up, bro. What are you talking about, man?
You come back down. Tell me how you guys plan to build on that going into the second half.
Like, we starting to warm up, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we got off to a cold start. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just had to get their shots off, but I feel like towards the end, we definitely are catching up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like third quarter.
They come back.
Your dad never, nigga.
What's wrong with you? I ain't like, you doing?
I'm nice though, gang.
Yo, bro, but it's like your game. No.
No, I'm nice though. Like I got some play.
You had problems. You just can't finish.
I came in the game, I said, what I said, team talk.
But yeah, you get from
Jay don't left me. So you got
that's the issue right now. You just looking at the rim and that's it. Once he scores.
Only if it's your fault. If he scored on somebody else, that's your fault. But if he abuses you, I am running on the court and I'm grabbing you by your braids. Yo, we're down. We can't risk 2 times. We're losing. I'm trying to win at the same time, bro.
Listen, get a clip where you tween, pass it off. Get it down.
Like, do some fast shot at it.
Look,
I'm a scorer though. If it's open, if it's down.
all right. It's 8 points.
You beat him. Come on, 2 times, bro. 2 times. I'm saying, if he's going 2 times, all right. Yo, Chad, bro, how much you try to shot, bro? How many shots can I take? 20?
How you feel about second half?
How many shots I take? 20 shots? 15? 3? That's not ridiculous.
are you eating?
change nobody game. I'm wish for the heart my game, bro. It's just one person. What's his name? J. Lou. He's not scoring. Quality team. J. Lou's not scoring. The next whole half. So show people that, bro.
Rage, we got confidence in that, Rage?
I got confidence that I told him. J. Lou show out, honestly, subbed out for the rest of the game. There's no second chances. As soon as I see him abusing you, you're out.
So you locked in?
I'm like, we gotta go in the
That's what I like to see.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, man.
One person press up with somebody. Like one person. The fastest person
I don't know if you noticed that. When you were space guarding him and he ran the ball up the court, they didn't do nothing. Tag, stop saying GG's. Can you believe in that nigga, bro? Swim the dunk, king. Let me up, Chad. Always GG's. Don't try to doubt me. Hold on. No. You trying to whisper. When they pass in the ball to Jalen, face guard him. Press him. Don't let him get the ball in the inbound. Just stay in his face. You know what I'm saying? You can push him in the mouth. Hit him in the hacking shit? Yeah. Do that.
Just make sure the ref don't see him when he's grabbing jersey.
I told him that compression. What you talking about? Why the fuck that shit took me? Slap his ass. But hold on, Mike. You gotta turn I ain't lying, bro. Marty's so musty, bro. He smell like weed, bro. You so musty, smell like weed. Like grab a bitch. That ass, man. Yeah, bro. That shit get out of hand. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking, I'm on a bench. Like, look at, I know you ain't books of sweat yet, bro. Listen, listen. I'm on a bench. I'm like, damn. I'm okay hating on mine. I'm like, this nigga got 13 points. Bitch, I'll look up, bitch. And they got 6 points. And I said, you ass as fuck. Come on, dude. Hey, what have you done? Oh, I keep passing it, bro. I should never pass it, bro. You're right, now. I'll let it get. Wait, how you get that shot? Yo. Now you supposed to go for a yeah. I see it through. I'm like, nah, I got it. Yeah, I'm running that shit.
Welcome back to Kansas City. Argentina 45 minutes away from a World Cup semi-final against England in Atlanta on Wednesday. Let's This is McAllister's goal, 10 minutes in. And there's no response yet from Murat Yakin, Switzerland. Who of course went out of the World Cup to Argentina in the round of 16 in Brazil 12 years ago, and that was by a scoreline of 1-0. Right now, Switzerland experiencing something they haven't at any point in this World Cup so far. They are behind in a game of football. So, Brad Friedel, if they are to fluster the world champions, what do they need to do in the second half?
Well, I imagine they're going to play very similar as they did in the first half up until at least the hydration break. If they still find themselves down 1-0, perhaps they'll make a couple substitutions, but be a little bit more risky in the attacking third, in the final third. Maybe try to go forward a little bit quicker, bring on somebody like a Vargas on the right-hand side. At some stage, you're going to have to go for it because your World Cup ends if you lose tonight. But I think they were frustrating Argentina at times in the first half.
You see for De Paul, and De Paul for the goal scorer McAllister. You see Ans, then De Paul trying to repeat that combination. Rodriguez chips it upfield and very accurately as well to locate Mbolo. And for the first time in this second half, Switzerland enter Argentina territory with Zakaria. And back to him from So. No changes for either at half-time. Here's Remo Freuler. Zakaria. Valverde. Seems to be comfortable, Argentina, with him having the ball even on the periphery of the Argentinian penalty area. He's got it again here, the Swiss centre-half. That's Rieder, whose turn was sharp, and the deflection is kind for Martinez.
And everyone from Argentina is packed into a really tight defensive shape, with the exception of Lionel Messi, who is drifting on the far side of the pitch, just waiting for the ball to come out.
To actually have an attempt in that first half, Lionel Messi, and that's not happened at all in the first half of any game at this World Cup.
Yeah, Switzerland are very good defensively. You did see moments when Lionel Messi got the ball in the first half, and he was very quick-footed. Got a couple of opportunities right away, but he was quiet for the remainder of the half since the McAllister goal.
McAllister goal that came early in the first half, and Switzerland looking for a response early in the second. He's whipped in by Fabian Rieder and caught by Emi Martinez.
Yeah, Switzerland's service has been quite poor up to now. They had a couple of free kicks in good areas in the first half and wasted them, just wasted another.
This is Nicolas Tagliafico in his third World Cup now with Argentina. So Fernandez disrupted by Zakaria. Orbel had to get a shift on.
Had a hard time shifting his feet on that one. I think he had in his mind to take a touch at first.
Had to wait a long time, didn't he, to become Swiss first choice #1 with Jan Sommer. We had endless summers of Sommer, didn't it, with all those major tournaments that he played for Switzerland. Borussia Dortmund man, Korbel has got his chance now. A spin from Messi and then a delightful ball through. The shot taken quickly under early hands. There's no trouble to Korbel.
It was a great turn by Messi, really well-weighted ball. I think if he had to do it over again, he would have a look up and see a player just standing right on the penalty spot, possibly the better option.
It was Alvarez lurking, wasn't it, for that potential ball from Molina. Bolo trying to time his run, and the pass is terrific to find him. And Bolo squares it for 1-1, but what a tackle that is. Martinez denying Ndoye, who would have been denied anyway by an offside flag.
Well, he wasn't to know the offside flag was there, but moments ago, Argentina should have laid one off, and Bolo did just that. Martinez wasn't to know either. Either Martinez, I should say. Emi Martinez in goal, and Lisandro Martinez with just a superb tackle. Had a lot of ground to cover, and Bolo did everything right. Ndoye perhaps could have hit it first time. What a block.
He's got the World Cup from Qatar 2022 tattooed on him, Lisandro Martinez. Sort of challenge that makes you wonder whether he might have another tattoo coming his way in a couple of weeks' time. Collected by Messi, dancing through, but not all the way through. And then Zakaria releasing Gibril So for Switzerland. And Bolo back to So. Wide of Xhaka, who could do nothing about it, and Alvarez for Argentina with De Paul and Messi as options. Alvarez again. It's the corner, spinning away.
The game's just briefly opened up. Switzerland gave away a loose pass, and Alvarez was on it in a flash.
Hungry, isn't he, for that World Cup goal? And he'll be hungry for another one tonight, Messi. 5 games in a row where he has scored. No player has ever scored in 6 successive World Cup games. Messi, chief creator already tonight from a corner. And that wasn't a bad one either, it was just too high from Enzo Fernandez.
Oh, it's really difficult. Doesn't matter how tall you are, when the ball is hit like that with such pace and you get a run on the defenders, it's timed so well. Got just a little bit too much on it. But very similar in the first half of McAllister's goal.
Okay, trying to squeeze it through the lines. Emi Martinez beaten 4 times in his last 2 games. Clean sheet so far tonight, but not without the present alerts of those in red. We all remember that brilliant save 4 years ago in the final from Kolo Muani, which in so many ways won the World Cup for Argentina.
One of the best saves that I've ever seen, and one of the biggest moments of a game.
How about that for a ball as well, from goalkeeper to forward, Martinez to actually Molina, who'd come all the way up from the right back position. The delivery is too close to Corbel.
Yeah, that was some distribution by Emi Martinez. I don't think Ndoye enjoyed that track back.
A few times now, Nahuel Molina has got into those advanced areas. McAllister tried to return the favour to Messi. Paredes. De Paul. Pulled by Martinez and then turned towards Alvarez. Tagliafico. Paul showing just too much of it, and now Dan Ndoye, who's Pace was a problem at times for Argentina in the first half, but not when he's disrupted by challenges like that. It won't be an issue for the Albiceleste. That was Romero.
Oh, good tackle by Romero, well timed. Both teams a bit loose in their passing.
Martinez
the
loses
last
that
few
time.
minutes.
So's cross is a good one, and the knockdown for Xhaka. Switzerland trying to find the gap, and they just couldn't in the end. Rodrigo de Paul putting himself in the way. It's Paredes down.
Well, both teams have given away the ball needlessly the last 5 or 6 minutes, giving each other opportunities to score. This time it was Ndoye just taking 1 or 2 extra touches. This time it was a giveaway by Lisandro Martinez.
It's a good recovery, wasn't it, from Paredes? I think just a kick through from Ndoye has done the damage.
Yeah, very good recovery. It could have been a little knee on knee.
Very much one of Scaloni's foot soldiers, Leandro Paredes.
Yeah, you won't want to lose him. He's that steel in front of this back four.
So Switzerland restart where they were with Freuler. Xhaka. Goal kick. Ndoye thought otherwise.
Ndoye might have thought otherwise, but I think the referee got it correct.
Well, it is mainly Argentinians in here. There is a small contingent of Swiss, but perhaps it's to be expected, really, considering there are 5 times as many people living in Argentina than Switzerland, which is a country in Europe home to around 9 million, a landlocked European country as well. And I think solely from a footballing perspective, they often peer enviously at their neighbours, and that might still be the case with France, but look at what else has happened this summer. Germany gone, Austria gone, Italy, who never arrived. Whatever happens tonight, these have been sweet days for Switzerland. And still they continue to tease. Zakaria took his eye off the ball, and it was Gosling.
Switzerland are getting themselves into some decent situations on the field, good places on the field. They got to have a little bit more belief in themselves. Mbolo's getting very agitated by the referee not protecting him on the field.
Alistair in a cul-de-sac was trying to find his way out of it before the assistance from the official. I'm very pleased to have got himself on the score sheet tonight, Alexis McAllister, because the goals ran dry in his final 6 games of his 16 games, I should say, of his club season with Liverpool. This amazing run right now, Argentina, 12 wins in a row in all competitions. They have never had it better than that throughout their history. seemingly content with Switzerland having more of the ball. Here is Akanji. Rodriguez. Mbolo and Martinez have the situation under control.
Really difficult to generate power on a cross like this. It was chipped in. It's right over the top of his head. He did well just to get it towards the goal.
It's Molina high up the pitch again. It is without doubt a designated tactic tonight from Scaloni.
Absolutely. When Martinez gets the ball and they're trying to take a little time out of the game, it's Molina that goes up on that right-hand side. Also forces Ndoye to go back and defend deeper.
McAllister. Here is Nicolas Tagliafico of Lyon, where he has been for the past 4 years in France. So just getting carried away by the intensity of that few seconds.
Yeah, things are getting a little bit feisty on the pitch.
It's been simmering though, hasn't it, this?
It has, without a doubt. The one that did catch the referee's attention was a foul. It was so right through the back of...
Quite a fanatic of tattoos, Alexis McAllister. He's got the date of his debut tattooed on his body. He's got a roulette wheel as well with all the shirt numbers that he's ever worn. Now Messi, who through the years has provided the ink to this Argentina team, the one who writes the history. Paredes, who is placing the ball down, but it is Messi who will bend it in. And Switzerland clear as far as Mbolo, who powers forward and now maybe can release Ndoye. And Argentina on the retreat. Dan Ndoye for Switzerland. Behind it goes from Molina. It's a corner.
Really good break, really well defended. Good ball by Mbolo, and he bursts into the box. See the Argentinian players trying to get back. Look at that, it ended up being a 3v6.
Mehmeti, Gelson Fernandez, former Swiss internationals, watching on. Corner was just too high for Akanji. Retrieved by Freuler. It's gone beyond the hour now, and Switzerland still trailing through that early McAllister goal. Here is Akanji. Rodriguez. Valverde. Xhaka. Gibraltar. Xhaka and Valverde. And Switzerland probing Mbolo. And it's come back his way too, and Ndoye, who is fighting for all he's worth. Reader's got it to Rodriguez, and Ndoye's header, and Martinez for the first time tonight really is needed in the Argentina goal.
Well, Argentina are playing a dangerous game. They're not getting pressure to the ball. They're allowing Switzerland to have a lot of it.
Given away again as So nips in to take it back for Switzerland.
And it was indeed a very good save by Emi Martinez.
In terms of controlling the possession, this is Switzerland's best spell of the game. Xhaka from distance, and Martinez sharply down to repel.
This is a much more difficult save than it looks. Good pace on the ball, down to the left. He kept the ball close enough to him. We've seen a couple of balls spilling out in other games. I think there's an extra little zip on this one.
And perhaps recognising the severity of the situation, Switzerland are moving through the gears.
Yeah, they're starting to really apply more pressure. You see Rodriguez is going forward. Zakari on this side, on the right-hand side, is going forward. But Argentina are not getting pressure to the ball like they did in the first half.
Reader with time to turn, and Bolo. Again, he just has not had a moment tonight, Relin Bolo, where he hasn't had either Lisandro Martinez or Christian Romero right up behind him. But just like against Cabo Verde in the round of 32, and just like against Egypt in the round of 16, there are Argentinian nerves everywhere. Rodriguez, and Ndoye breaches and scores beyond the Argentina defence. Sharp and clinical from Dan Ndoye.
Well, this has been coming the last 5 or 10 minutes. A lot of touches on the ball.